Welcome to the Nonprofit Narratives, the podcast where we highlight the incredible nonprofits that are changing lives right here in Acadiana. I'm Danielle Watkins, the founder of the D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation, and this is Amy, and this is John Edward. We're talking about the D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation of Acadiana. Many of you may not know the D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation of Acadiana. We help individuals with special needs to find a purpose in life. You might want to know a little history behind it because it's kind of a neat story. Probably it's almost 18 years now. My son's now 26 years old, and we were at a baseball game with my sister, who I raised as my own, and she asked me if Logan asked me when he was going to get to play baseball, and it stopped us in our tracks because my son is in a wheelchair and has spina bifida, and so we looked around to see what we could find, and we found a baseball league that was up north. We called Lafayette Little League and asked them if we could start a program, and they said absolutely. So less than a couple of months later, everybody gets in baseball uniforms and we go play baseball. And what was it like? The best way I can explain it is we had the World Series out there. The kids were laughing and playing, and all the people in the stands and wondering what was going to happen. Well, what happened was we had a phenomenal baseball game. Simple game of baseball, but the smiles, the tears from the parents from just having fun. So we get in the car, Logan asks, when does basketball start? And I just had to laugh because he, we did this, and he's like, well, and let's do more. So while we were accepting his disabilities, Logan was busy finding what he could do and why shouldn't he want to do anything that everybody else does. So we continued down the road, and he wanted, he and other families wanted art, and they wanted theater, and they wanted all the different things that all their other siblings were doing. And so we proceeded down that road, and we have 15 different activities we offer now, 18 years later. Well, what happens when you are growing up is you want to get a job. So we got to the point where we needed jobs, and we really didn't know where that was going to come from. Board meeting ends, and one of my members say, I have something y'all can do. And of all things, it's making meat pies. And so I thought he was crazy, but we went out to Natchitoches, Louisiana, and saw the process, and I was like, you're right, they could do this, excluding the cooking, which we have a chef who cooks all the food. Our adults with special needs make upwards of 400 pies a week. So it's kind of crazy where it started. It was a long process, probably took us a year to get it going. We had to train all the individuals and find their strengths, find their weaknesses, point toward the strengths and try to strengthen their weaknesses. And it's been something that we would have never dreamed of, having a factory, but it's been awesome. We're in 12 grocery stores. You can check our website to find out where, www.D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation.org. You can also see all the different activities that we have. You may say, well, I don't have a disability. You know someone with a disability. Odds are somewhere in your family, somewhere at work, somewhere you know somebody that has a disability. It doesn't really matter the degree. We help individuals with all disabilities. My son is pretty high functioning, so he doesn't see himself as disabled. He's in a wheelchair. How ironic, right? But he is, he's got the gift of gab, very much the gift of gab, and so he is a leader amongst the kids, rather they're in a wheelchair or just or any other disability, because he can make it in society, and so can everyone else in their own way. And that's what we're trying to teach them, is to make it in their own way. So, Amy is here. Amy's a parent of a special need, and John Edwards, her son. And how many years have you been around?
Really active 5 years.
5 years.
But I've known about D.R.E.A.M.S for much, much longer.
Right. So what is the big thing that changed your life when you found D.R.E.A.M.S or decided that you wanted to be a part of it?
Camp Unique was the first thing that we did, and it was really a great experience for both of us. I had known about D.R.E.A.M.S for years. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, due to medical bills, we didn't have the finances to be able to participate in a lot of the activities.
Right.
But we would do the freer things. Mm-hmm. Now I know that there's financial aid available. I wish I would have known that back then.
I know. We need to do a better job with that. There is financial aid available.
Financial aid, yes. But once he graduated high school, he wasn't getting the socialization mm-hmm. that he needed. So I just happened to see a Facebook post that it was time for camp, which I had completely forgotten that you even did a camp. And we did it. I volunteered because mom was kind of nervous about just dropping him off with people I didn't really know. And it was really a great opportunity for both of us. It's still, even 5 years later, one of our favorite weeks of the year. It's extremely rewarding for me, and he has just had a blast.
Yeah, so let me explain what Camp Unique is. So Camp Unique is a week where we probably have 30 adults who work or are home moms, and everybody takes up work and gathers at Acadian Village, and we have the time of our lives. It's only 3 hours a day, but that 3 hours a day is filled with fun, anticipation, excitement. Last year, the year before last, we did Western. And this year we did, I'm drawing a blank.
Musicals.
Genres. Oh, yes. Music genres, Battle of the Bands. And every day we dressed up different. And my husband loves costumes. So every day it was rock, Western, didn't matter what it was, to the nines, smoke machine, everything. And he is definitely somebody who likes to put on a show. So the kids had a blast dancing and just having, and the great thing is they're having fitness, so they're getting some exercise. They're having art, so they're using their brains. And then they're just having fun. So it's just an all-out great day. And then the parents get to help make this happen, but also they get to see their children having just a blast. So if any of you have time to come volunteer at our camp, I don't think I've ever had anybody saying this is not for me. They want to know when's next year's and when we're going to have. We have not quite figured out the theme next year, throwing around pirates and some other things. I'm sure my husband will be leading that pack. He's always very, very intuitive with that. So, and so after we did the food truck, Amy also worked at the food truck. Worked at the factory. So what do you think about that experience?
The factory was it was fun. As you know, I wasn't looking for a job at the time, but you asked me if I could help out, and I thought, why not? John Edward was able to work as well, and seeing the confidence that he gained from even doing simple tasks like washing dishes, which he does at home, but seeing him do it in a work setting it was really amazing to see that confidence grow.
Right.
And working with the other children, I grew to love every single child that I worked with.
Yeah, they're the spirit, they're God's little angels, in my opinion. And that's what the D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation is all about, teaching people to take their weaknesses and grow them, and then also their strengths, strengthening them even more. So each person we take in the factory and we strengthen them. But not only that, art, theater, all the different activities that we do are strengthen their abilities. And it's crazy to watch how fast they grow. In theater, we have a music therapist that does the class, and what they don't realize is they're learning inflection. And a lot of, especially children with autism, have a hard time with inflection. They don't know how to go up and down and really put emphasis on words, and they have to do a certain part. So we're teaching, you need to be excited about picking up that bone or whatever. We're doing Scooby-Doo. Mm-hmm. So, and so they're like, oh, okay. So like they're starting to learn, and then they use it in their everyday life. And that's what it's about. That's the easiest way you learn, is just by falling on your face and getting up again, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We have issues, and just like everyone else, but they're learning that you don't always get a free ride. Do they get in trouble when they don't do the right things at work? Sure. It's just, don't do it again. It's not anything harsh, but sometimes they are stop and they're like, wait a minute, I don't usually, I can do whatever I want. And they're learning that no, everybody has consequences to their actions. And so and I think and even when they get in trouble sometimes, I think they even stand up straighter because they're like, I just got in trouble. But like it was something novel because they've never gotten in trouble before. But I know when Logan does it, he's like, okay, I got it. I understand. I'm going to not do that again. So it's they get treated like everyone else. And I think that's one of the biggest things I would like to tell people who aren't around individuals with special needs. They just want to be treated like everybody else. You don't have to talk to them differently or anything. Talk to them just as you would anybody else, and they will respect that more than anyone else. It's just something that they really treasure. You have anything else to add, Amy?
About the factory or just in
Just
general?
your overall experience.
Well, my overall experience with the D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation has been just phenomenal. I am so incredibly thankful for you and for this organization because it has given John Edward a community where he can truly be himself without worry of being judged or being ridiculed for maybe being a little different.
Right.
The community that we have built through this organization is just, I mean, I have no words.
Yeah. Well, the community that we built for the parents also is awesome.
Yeah.
You know, but if having a child with special needs, your friends kind of shrink back because they don't know what to say to you because they're, first of all, thinking it's not their child. Not that that's bad, but it's just a problem that people don't know how to deal with. So they shrink back. So you know, you kind of feel alone. But we have parents that really understand where we're coming from. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back with John Edward has a few words to say, and you're here with the Nonprofit Narratives, and we appreciate you taking the time to be with us.
Looking to grow your nonprofit's impact? Join AOC Community Media for Nonprofit Nourish, a quarterly meetup designed to connect, empower, and elevate local changemakers. Each session features expert-led workshops, free headshots, PSA recordings, and a light lunch, all at no cost. Topics rotate quarterly, spotlighting a range of areas including storytelling, media strategy, and community outreach. Space is limited. Register now at aocinc.org/nonprofit, and let's nourish the good together. Whether you're just starting out or leading a seasoned organization, there's a seat at the table for you. Let's build a stronger, more connected nonprofit community, one story at a time. Acadiana nonprofits are the heartbeat of our community, and Nonprofit Narratives brings their stories to life. Produced by AOC Community Media, this half-hour series showcases local organizations, highlighting their missions, impacts, and the people they serve. From youth mentorships to environmental advocacy, each episode celebrates the voices driving change across Acadiana. Tune in to AOC Channels 1 and 2, stream at aocinc.org/watch, and download AOC's streaming app found on most streaming platforms. Real stories, local heroes. This is Nonprofit Narratives.
Welcome back to Nonprofit Narratives. We got Amy and John Edward here, and I'm Danielle Watkins. We'll talk a little more about dreams. So as we went along, as I said, sometimes the D.R.E.A.M.S Foundation would have issues and stuff, and so we would be like, do we really need to keep going? Is this really something that we need to put all our efforts in? And every time we would start to question things, God would give us a little God wink and say, nope, you need to continue. You know, opening the factory was a long process, and we would hit a wall, and then all of a sudden it would evaporate the next day. So I know that God had his hand on this. And one of the interesting things that came out of it is after we started D.R.E.A.M.S, Brian went back to school, and he became a special ed teacher, and now he's in charge of the MORE program at STM, who helps kids that have dyslexia and other disabilities to actually get their diploma, and he loves his job. So that is one of the things that we really are very thankful for, that he has a job that he loves. And it came around because of him working with special needs kids in the beginning. Something else that came along was Unique Fitness. Unique Fitness is a big part of our history, because when we started, we asked a fitness company to come in and do fitness with us for camp. Damon Vincent happened to walk through the door and was great with the kids, and so I asked him if he would start a class. So he started a class. It was once a week, hardly any kids. Well, that little bitty class has grown to over 100 kids and adults being fed fitness and community, and it's just been a great thing. So we may have given him a little seed, but Damon took it and has exploded it and made a great community where without it, I think some of the kids would really be very sad and have nothing to do, actually. So that's another thing that has come out of that. We know that D.R.E.A.M.S was meant to be. Other things is the gala. We have the gala once a year, and we have over 1,000 people that come out. It's probably 300 participants, which means 600 parents, 150 volunteers. And all I can say is when you leave, you're exhausted, not because of the work, but because of the fun. We're dancing, we're we're talking, we're just having a blast that night. And it doesn't matter your disability, it doesn't matter your ability. Everybody has fun. It's a night for everybody to go out and just be family. And the Dreams family, individual families, it's just a great night. And then we have a bunch of home health agencies and other that come out with it. So it's really a fun time. We also do activities with different partnerships. So we do one with Leading Home Health and Train Unique. And it's Festival de Ducesse, which is a day to just celebrate the successes, rather small or big, of all the individuals with special needs. It's a great day to just have some fun, music, dancing, games, food. Other things that we do is we're involved with different types of community events, Christmas parties and stuff. We have our own big Christmas party that the Kiwanis comes out and cooks pancakes, and we have all kinds of guys dressed in costumes. What are they called? What are those guys called? Anyway, they go to the Comic-Con and they dress up and they
Cosplay.
Yeah, they play all these different costumes, so the kids can take pictures with them. We have a blast doing that. So I wanted to ask John Edward a question. So what is your favorite activity in Dreams?
My favorite activity in Dreams is art and fitness.
Art and fitness.
As part of camp? Are you talking about camp?
Part of camp.
Yeah. So what about, do you like any other activities that we do? The Christmas party, the gala?
I like the gala because I like to talk to my friends, dance, have fun, and just listen to good music.
Yeah. So what do you think about going down that red carpet?
It makes me a little bit like...
A little apprehensive?
Yes, ma'am. And I like taking pictures and stuff.
Yeah. So even though you get a little apprehensive, though, you feeling special to walk through that door and have your name announced. I know that a lot of y'all like that. I know but nervousness also propels you into something bigger and better. So that little bit of nervousness is not always a bad thing. It helps you to do good. So what about at the factory? I know that was something that came along that you didn't even see coming.
I like to make meat pies. I like to talk to my friends, clean, and pick music to clean.
Like to eat the meat pies too?
I love to eat meat pies.
Yeah. If you speaking of the meat pies, you can get them at all our local stores. We also have our food truck that gets out. In the community, you can check our website, www.D.R.E.A.M.S that has the schedule. In the summer, we don't go out as often because it is hot over here. But in the winter, in the spring, we're out there a lot, and even in the fall. We do all kinds of activities. We're at UL, we're at different community spots, and then we're also at different businesses. So if you have a business, you want to feed all your employees, give us a call. You can pick which meat pies you want us to bring out, and we can feed all your employees. We come to you. We also do some catering. So we have an order this weekend. We're bringing to a tailgate at UL over 100 pies. So we're willing to go anywhere that we can go to feed you. And just remember, it's keeping jobs for our individuals with special needs. That is our main goal. It's not to make a profit. It's to keep them employed and keep them purposeful. We really believe that what Dreams is providing purpose. Rather it be them doing an art project and they just sink their self into it and we're so proud that they were able to do that project, or having a job like John Edward, or even just going to fitness to where they've lost a few pounds or gained a few muscles or whatever their goal is, because each person's goal is different. For them to have a goal, because a lot of parents have walked up to me and said, I never thought my child would blank, whether it be cheerleading, play basketball, play softball, do soccer, whatever that is. It's so rewarding to hear, I never thought they would, and they are. A lot of times they're in the stands smiling but also crying because they're so thankful that they have this opportunity. And the opportunity is not just me. This is the people in the community who are offering. We go to STM, play softball. The STM girls are out there playing with us. They're having a ball. The kids are having a ball. But those STM girls are remembering that they just want to be treated like everyone else. And that's the biggest thing that I think people should take away from our organization. We have lots of fun. We provide purpose, but we also are just giving the kids what everyone else has in life. They just do it a little differently. So John Bird, you got anything? What about all the friends you made? You've made a lot of friends through Dreams.
I like making friends, and I like to talk to them, get to know them as friends, and just get to know them.
Yeah. So your calendar went from pretty
Oh my gosh.
empty to mom's trying to rest
Yes.
in between bringing him places, right?
He's very active.
So and we're proud of that we just don't have one activity, because not everybody likes art. Not everybody likes softball, which I don't think John Edwards does many activities because that's not what he's into. But going to the movies with his friends, which has nothing to do with Dreams, I'm proud to say that we're a catalyst to you better meet those people to go do those things. And
Absolutely.
that's what Logan most likes, is that he has friends that he's met. A lot of the friends are his parents because he likes to gossip. But he has really blossomed because of all the people that he has met through there. And then personally for me, the friendships that I have made, and I know you have made, you can't put any kind of number on that. It's priceless.
No, it's a great organization for parents to get involved in as well, because we don't feel quite so alone.
Yeah.
You know, you realize there are other parents that are going through the same things as you, and that's very important.
Yeah, and it may not be that we can fix the problem, but we can say, yeah, that sucks.
Right.
You know, quite frankly, sucks. But sometimes we can offer, well, you know what, we tried this and it helped. So it gives you a little bit of idea of how to deal with things that are going on in your life. We do have a mom support group. We get together once a month. We, I think this past weekend they went throw axes. I didn't make that one. I was busy, but we swam the month before at a pool, and the month before we went out to eat. So we do lots of different activities. We are starting a men's group. My husband's going to start a men's group. I think they're going to mostly go do golf and stuff. I don't know. They'll have big, heavy conversations, but you never know. If anybody needs to talk, they can be there. So if any of you out there just need somebody to talk to, you can call us. Our number's on our website. And even if it's just to say, you know, things suck and we need help, we can try to help you in any way we can. There's no magical formula, but we can maybe just listen. We can maybe send you to the right resource, or even just have you come to the sport meeting, and your kids definitely can come and do activities with it. Doesn't matter the level of the disability. For my son, he's a mentor. So he mentors the other kids in the group because he is so high functioning, but he definitely has a place, and everybody has a place. We have some that are just umpires because they don't want to play. They just want to tell people what to do, basically. But it has been a great time being here. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for joining us on Nonprofit Narratives. I'm Danielle Watkins, and it's been a joy to share along with Amy and John Edward. I would like you to support us with what we're looking for. We're looking for volunteers. We're looking for donations if you'd like, and we'd like to build a village one day. So if you have anything but that, please let us know. We appreciate being part of this episode, and we'd like you to tune in next month. Whether feature another Acadiana nonprofit. Until then, keep building community and dream big. Thank you.